Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're diving into a world that's often overlooked, but trust me, it's bursting with potential, the world of seaweed.
That's right.
Get ready to uncover some fascinating facts and maybe even some surprising benefits, because this is way more than just sushi.
It really is. We've got this PDF packed with information, and from what I've seen so far, seaweed is a true nutritional powerhouse with a surprisingly diverse range of uses.
Okay, so before we dive into all that, let's start with the basics.
Sounds good.
What exactly is seaweed? I know it's not just the green stuff wrapped around my California rolls, is it?
You're absolutely right.
There's got to be more to it.
It's way more diverse than that. Seaweed is essentially a form of algae that grows in the sea,
Okay.
and it comes in a rainbow of colors: red, brown, even black.
So what we see in sushi is just a tiny glimpse into the vast world of seaweed.
Exactly, and it plays a vital role in the ocean's ecosystems,
Okay.
providing food and shelter for a huge variety of marine life.
It's like the underwater forests we hear about, kelp forests, right?
Precisely. Kelp forests are incredibly important for biodiversity and the overall health of our oceans.
So it's clear seaweed is crucial for the ocean, but what about us land dwellers? Where does seaweed fit into the human diet?
Seaweed has been a staple food in Asian cultures for centuries, especially in Japan, Korea, and China.
Yeah.
That's where most people probably first encounter it, often in dishes like sushi, soups, and salads, but it's becoming increasingly popular worldwide.
Sushi is everywhere these days.
Right.
The PDF mentions that seaweed is incredibly versatile.
Yeah,
I'm picturing way more than just sushi rolls here.
absolutely. We're seeing seaweed pop up in everything from smoothies and supplements to chips and even pasta.
Seaweed chips, now that's something I need to try.
You should. They're delicious.
Okay, so with all these different types, where do we even begin? This PDF mentions so many different kinds.
Well, instead of getting lost in a seaweed forest, let's focus on a few of the most common types you're likely to encounter.
Sounds good. Let's meet the seaweed all-stars.
Okay, first up, the one everyone knows, nori.
Okay.
It's that thin, dark green seaweed used in sushi rolls.
Yeah,
But here's a surprising fact. Nori can be up to 50% protein.
50% protein.
That's more protein than lentils or tofu.
That's amazing. Nori just went from a simple sushi wrapper to a serious protein contender in my book.
I know, right?
Okay, what else? What about wakame?
Next, we have wakame, which has a silky texture and is commonly found in miso soup.
Oh, I love misos. I had no idea I was getting a dose of seaweed with every sip.
It's a delicious way to enjoy seaweed's benefits. Wakame is a great source of calcium, magnesium, and iodine. It also contains a compound called fucoxanthin,
Fucoxanthin.
which some studies suggest may help boost fat metabolism.
Okay, that's interesting. So wakame could be beneficial for weight management. Tell me more about this fucoxanthin. Is it unique to wakame?
It's found in other brown seaweeds too, but wakame is a particularly good source.
Yeah.
More research is needed, but the initial findings on fucoxanthin are definitely promising.
Cool. Let's move on to another seaweed star. What's next?
Let's talk about kombu. It's a thick, leathery seaweed that forms the base of dashi, a flavorful Japanese broth.
Ah, dashi. I love that savory umami flavor it adds to dishes.
That umami comes from glutamic acid, which kombu is rich in.
Okay.
It also contains alginates,
Alginates.
which have been studied for their potential to aid in digestion and detoxification.
So kombu brings the flavor A and D, the benefits. I'm adding it to my shopping list. What other seaweed celebrities are we meeting today?
How about dulse? It's a reddish-purple seaweed with a unique characteristic. It can be eaten raw.
Hold on, eaten raw. Now that's intriguing. I'm picturing a seaweed salad with a satisfying crunch.
You got it. Dulse is a great addition to salads or can be enjoyed as a snack. It's packed with potassium, magnesium, iron, and protein.
Wow, dulse is sounding more and more appealing. What's next on our seaweed all-star list?
Let's not forget about Irish moss, a reddish-purple seaweed known for its slightly chewy texture and soothing properties. It's often used as a thickener, but it's also full of trace minerals.
Irish moss, I've seen that in health food stores, so it's more than just a culinary ingredient.
Definitely. It contains carrageenan,
Carrageenan.
a compound that's been studied for its ability to soothe inflammation and potentially aid digestion.
It sounds like a multitasker in the seaweed world. Thickening, soothing, and who knows what else. What other seaweed stars are waiting in the wings?
Now, technically, this next one isn't actually a seaweed, but it often gets grouped in with them because of its nutritional profile and aquatic origin. We're talking about spirulina.
Ah, spirulina. I've seen it in everything from smoothies to energy bars. Isn't it known for being a protein powerhouse?
You got it. Spirulina boasts an impressive 70% protein content.
70%, wow.
It's also packed with B vitamins, iron, and chlorophyll.
So spirulina is the protein champion of the seaweed world, even if it's not technically seaweed.
I guess you could say that.
Okay, last but not least, let's circle back to kelp, the ecosystem superstar we talked about earlier. We know it's vital for marine life, but what about its uses for humans?
Kelp is incredibly versatile, just like Irish moss. It's used in cooking,
Okay.
from soups and salads to noodles and snacks. You can find it in supplement form too, as powders, capsules, and extracts.
So kelp is a true multitasker. Are there any other surprising uses for kelp?
Believe it or not, kelp is even used in industrial applications. It's used in things like fertilizers, cosmetics, and even biofuels.
Oh, kelp really is the MVP of the seaweed world. From nourishing our bodies to fueling our industries, it's truly remarkable. But let's dive deeper into the nutritional side of things. This PDF highlights some serious health benefits linked to seaweed.
Okay.
Where do we start?
Well, the key is understanding the unique nutritional composition of seaweed. These aren't just leafy greens from the sea. They are packed with a diverse array of vitamins, minerals, and bioactive compounds that you just don't find in land plants.
Okay, I'm ready to get schooled on seaweed nutrition. What are the standout nutrients that make seaweed so special?
One word: iodine.
Iodine.
Seaweed is incredibly rich in iodine, particularly kelp, sea moss, and kombu. In fact, it has way more than most land plants.
Iodine, isn't that important for thyroid health?
Exactly. Iodine is essential for the production of thyroid hormones, which regulate our metabolism, growth, and energy levels.
So getting enough iodine from seaweed can help keep our thyroids functioning optimally.
Absolutely. Seaweed is one of the best natural sources of iodine out there.
That's fantastic. What other mineral powerhouses are hiding in these sea vegetables?
Calcium is another star player.
Okay.
Seaweed, especially wakame, sea moss, and hijiki, are good sources of calcium.
Calcium, that's important for strong bones, right? But isn't dairy the go-to source for that? Is the calcium in seaweed just as good?
What's interesting is that the calcium in seaweed is actually more easily absorbed by our bodies because it's in an organic form.
So it's like a supercharged calcium source. That's good news for anyone looking for plant-based options. What else is on the seaweed mineral menu?
Magnesium. Kelp, nori, sea moss, and dulse are all great sources of it.
Magnesium. I know that's important for muscle function, but what else does it do?
Think of magnesium as the relaxation mineral. It helps regulate muscle and nerve function, prevents cramps, and is essential for energy production.
Ah, that's why people recommend magnesium for muscle cramps. And seaweed provides a natural source of this calming mineral. Okay, what other essential minerals should we know about?
Seaweed also contains decent amounts of potassium, zinc, and selenium,
Okay.
all of which play important roles in various bodily functions.
Okay, so seaweed is a mineral-rich treasure trove. But what about vitamins? Does seaweed deliver on that front too?
Absolutely. Seaweed is packed with vitamins, including A, C, E, K, and a range of B vitamins.
Wow, that's the whole alphabet of vitamins. What are some of the highlights?
Well, red seaweeds like nori and sea moss are abundant in vitamin A, specifically beta-carotene. Vitamin A is crucial for healthy vision, skin, and immune function.
So seaweed can help us see clearly, maintain healthy skin, and fight off colds. I'm sold.
And let's not forget vitamin C.
Right.
Nori, sea moss, and spirulina are all good sources of vitamin C,
Okay.
which is crucial for immune health, collagen production, and even enhances iron absorption, as we discussed earlier.
Right. Vitamin C is a multitasking superstar. What about vitamin E?
Vitamin E, another potent antioxidant, is found particularly in brown algae.
Okay.
It helps protect our cells from damage caused by free radicals.
Free radicals, aren't those the villains that contribute to aging?
Yes,
So seaweed is like a shield against them.
exactly. Vitamin E helps neutralize those free radicals, protecting our cells and tissues from damage.
And speaking of unsung heroes, what about vitamin K? What does seaweed have to offer there?
Seaweed, especially wakame, sea moss, and kombu, is a good source of vitamin K. It's essential for blood clotting and bone health.
Vitamin K is essential for healthy bones and helps stop bleeding. Okay, we've covered A, C, E, and K. What about the B vitamins? Does seaweed have anything to offer there?
This is where it gets really interesting. Seaweed contains a variety of B vitamins, including B1, B2, B6, and even B12,
B12.
which is rare to find in plant-based foods.
Wait, B12 in seaweed, isn't that the vitamin that vegans and vegetarians often need to supplement?
You're exactly right.
Wow.
B12 is primarily found in animal products, so seaweed offers a valuable source of this essential nutrient for those following plant-based diets.
That's incredible. Seaweed really is a nutritional all-star covering all the bases. What about omega-3 fatty acids? I know those are important for heart and brain health,
Yeah.
but are they found in seaweed?
You bet. Red and brown seaweeds, especially nori and sea moss, are good sources of omega-3 fatty acids.
Wow, seaweed really does have it all. We've covered vitamins, minerals, and now even healthy
And
fats.
don't forget fiber.
Oh, right, fiber. How could I forget?
Seaweed is an excellent source of fiber, which is essential for digestive health, blood sugar regulation, and feeling full and satisfied after meals.
Right, fiber is like the unsung hero of the nutrition world.
It is.
We all need more of it. And seaweed seems to be a fantastic way to boost our fiber intake.
Absolutely. And last but not least, we need to talk about antioxidants.
Antioxidants, those are the buzzwords everyone's talking about, but what exactly do they do?
Think of antioxidants as our body's defense system against free radical damage. Free radicals are unstable molecules that can damage our cells and contribute to aging and disease.
Okay.
Antioxidants neutralize those free radicals, protecting our cells and tissues.
So antioxidants are like little warriors fighting off the bad guys in our bodies.
That's a great way to put it. And seaweed is packed with a variety of antioxidants, including ficoxanthin, polyphenols, and carotenoids.
Ficoxanthin, that sounds familiar. Didn't we hear about that earlier with wakame?
Yes, ficoxanthin is a powerful antioxidant found in brown seaweeds like wakame and kelp. It's been studied for its potential anti-inflammatory, anti-obesity, and even anti-cancer properties.
Okay, so ficoxanthin is a serious antioxidant superstar, and seaweed is a great way to get it. This is all incredible information. But I'm curious, how do all these amazing nutrients translate into real-world health benefits?
That's a great question. Let's connect the dots and explore the specific health benefits linked to seaweed's impressive nutritional profile.
Sounds good. Let's see how seaweed can level up our health.
First and foremost, seaweed is known for its energy-boosting properties.
Okay, but how does it actually boost energy? Is it just a quick caffeine-like jolt, or is there something more going on?
It's definitely not a quick fix.
Okay.
Seaweed's energy-boosting effects come from its rich combination of B vitamins, iron, and magnesium. B vitamins play a vital role in converting food into energy. Iron helps transport oxygen throughout the body, and magnesium supports energy production at the cellular level.
So it's a multi-pronged approach to boosting energy, addressing different aspects of the process. That makes sense. What other health benefits can we expect from seaweed?
Given its high iodine content, it's no surprise that seaweed is excellent for thyroid support.
Right. We talked about iodine's role in thyroid hormone production earlier, but how does seaweed specifically support thyroid health?
By providing the iodine our thyroids need to function optimally, seaweed helps prevent hypothyroidism, a
Hypothyroidism.
condition where the thyroid doesn't produce enough hormones. This can lead to fatigue, weight gain, and other issues.
So seaweed can help prevent those sluggish thyroid symptoms. That's great news. What other health benefits can we add to the list?
Seaweed is also a champion for gut health.
Gut health, that's a hot topic these days.
Yeah.
What makes seaweed so good for our guts?
It's a two-pronged approach. First, seaweed is rich in fiber, which keeps things moving smoothly through our digestive system and promotes regularity. Second, seaweed contains prebiotics,
Prebiotics.
which act as food for the beneficial bacteria that live in our guts.
So seaweed nourishes our gut microbiome. I've heard so much about the importance of having a healthy gut. It seems like it impacts everything.
It really does. A healthy gut microbiome is linked to everything from better digestion and nutrient absorption to stronger immunity and even improved mood. And seaweed can help us cultivate that thriving gut ecosystem.
Amazing. Seaweed is a true gut hero. What other health benefits are we missing out on?
Seaweed is a potent anti-inflammatory agent.
Anti-inflammatory, it's a big one. Chronic inflammation is linked to so many health problems.
Yeah.
How does seaweed help tame the flames, so to speak?
Seaweed's anti-inflammatory effects come from its rich supply of antioxidants, particularly those potent fucoidins and polyphenols we discussed earlier. These compounds help neutralize free radicals and reduce inflammation throughout the body.
So seaweed is like a natural fire extinguisher for inflammation. I love that analogy. Are there any other health benefits we should be aware of?
Seaweed may also aid in weight management.
Weight management, that's something a lot of people are interested in. But how can seaweed help with that? Is it just because it's low in calories?
It's more than just being low in calories. Seaweed's weight management benefits come from a few different factors. First, its high fiber content promotes feelings of fullness and satiety, helping you eat less overall.
Right, fiber is great for keeping those hunger pangs at bay.
Second, the alginate found in brown seaweeds can actually inhibit fat digestion and absorption.
Whoa, that sounds almost too good to be true. Is there a catch? Are there any studies to back this up?
There have been some promising studies on alginate's ability to block fat absorption,
Okay.
but as with any health claim, more research is always needed. And finally, remember fucoxanthin.
Yes, the antioxidant superstar.
Well, it's also been studied for its potential to boost metabolism and encourage fat breakdown, particularly belly fat.
Fucoxanthin is a true multitasker. Anti-inflammatory, A&D, potentially fat-burning. What's not to love?
And it doesn't stop there. Seaweed is also fantastic for heart health.
Heart health, that's something we should all be concerned about. How does seaweed protect our tickers?
Seaweed is rich in potassium, omega-3 fatty acids, and antioxidants, all of which have been shown to improve cardiovascular health. Potassium helps regulate blood pressure, omega-3s reduce inflammation and improve cholesterol levels, and antioxidants protect against damage to blood vessels.
So seaweed is like a triple threat against heart disease. I'm loving these multi-pronged benefits. Are there any more?
Let's not forget about seaweed's immune-boosting powers.
Immunity is more important than ever these days. How does seaweed help strengthen our defenses?
Seaweed is packed with vitamin C, E, zinc, and selenium, all of which are crucial for a healthy immune system. Plus, those bioactive compounds like fucoidan have antiviral and antibacterial properties, giving our immune system an extra boost.
So seaweed is like a natural shield against those nasty bugs and viruses.
Exactly. It helps our immune system stay strong and ready to fight off invaders.
This is all so fascinating, but we're just scratching the surface of seaweed's health benefits, right? There's so much more to explore.
You're absolutely right. We still got a lot more ground to cover in our seaweed deep dive.
Well, I'm ready for round two. Bring on more seaweed knowledge.